Visit ccgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit CCG Castle for more.
Hello and welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center, another video. And yesterday I didn't publish anything from TCGO, but I actually upload 5 videos from my local league. I hope you guys enjoy watching those videos. So today focus will be on another Reshiram build, and in today's video I decided to test it a little bit, with Arcanine and see how it will work. And actually it works pretty decent when you can set up, and when you have that Mismagius, you have actually plenty of possibilities available, and overall it is a very interesting deck list. Not traditional copy-paste deck list that many other players like to do, when they see some, deck lists winning, big tournaments. So what is special about Reshiram? Well, I guess I'm just not going to waste too much time on it because I already made one video similar to this deck list, with the Reshiram. 270 HP, Outrage, 30 plus 10 for each damage counter on it, Flare Strike for 230, you can't attack with the Flare Strike next turn, and Double Blaze for 200 with 3 energies, and if you have 3 more energies, then you can hit for 300. Well, that's a lot of damage. What I like about Arcanine is definitely Grand Flame attack. For 120 you have non-GX attacker, and you can also attach 2 fire energies from your discard pile on your Reshiram on the bench. There is also one copy of Ditto with that ability that can simply allows us to evolve either way into Ninetales with 9 Temptations. In some situations this can be very useful tech, or maybe into Mismagius so we can Mysterious Message and knock our Mismagius. Why? Because we can let our opponent to draw a prize card, and then we can simply start to use Let Answer strategy, and if we can do that, we can use 2 more supported cards per turn, which potentially can give us a huge boost and advantage over our opponent. Also, there is one Flare Strike, Flare Starter, and High Heat Blast Volcanion, 1 copy of Marshadow, and 2 copies of Tapu Lele GX as well. Moving on to the item cards, 4 copies of Farflint as well as 4 copies of Fire Crystals. Running for the setup, 3 copies of Nazball and 4 copies of Ultra Ball with 1 Rescue Stretcher. Only 1 Stadium, and it is a Heat Factory decision with 2 copies of Choice Band. So for the draw support, we're going to find 4 copies of Cynthia, 2 Lilies, and obviously 4 copies of Welder that can also be, called a semi-draw support because we can attach up to 2 energy cards from our hand and then basically drop 3 cards. Some other supported cards that I'm running: 2 copies of Tensor Strategy, 1 copy of Kiavi, and 3 copies of Guzma. I don't like to run more than 1 copy of Kiavi in this build, mainly because I don't want to waste my turn. If I can open turn 1 potentially with good hand and then just Tapu Lele into Kiavi, I'm gonna do it. But if I can't, I'm just not gonna waste my turn 2 using Kiavi because, if my opponent already managed to set up, I can just burn my turn for nothing and he can simply one-hit knock at my Reshiram with 4 energies just like that. 12 energies in total, and that's the deck list that I'm going to use in today's video, so make sure to hit the thumbs up and sub to the channel for more videos before we continue to the game battles, so see you in the game. Alright, so let's try one more time. Calling the heads, losing the heads means that my opponent is starting first. Okay, not looking bad. Growlite, Nazball, potentially for Ditto play. And then Cynthia. 1 energy, I can live call for like 10. Not worth, I guess. Alright, Zero Aura. Lighting Fire deck. And there's a Volkner, so... I remember when Volkner was like $5 or $6 when he was released. And then when Zapdos announced when Zapdos was announced, then Volkner just start to grow up in the price. Probably the same gonna happen with Kiavi, but the problem with Kiavi is that it's not gonna stay too long in a format, at least not in the standard format, and it's not gonna be too much expensive like Full Art Volkner is. I saw the leak promo Volkner, and it looks just so badass. It looks much better than the full art for me, in my opinion. I would really love to have that card in my collection. So, anyways, my turn. My top deck will be a Lutenser strategy. Alright, as long as I have Ditto, I'm gonna try to use advantage of it with that Mismagius. But maybe I'm not gonna even need it. Alright, so Cynthia for double trouble. You gotta be kidding me. A lot of cards actually priced. So let's go for one Volcanion. Let's go for one Reshiram. Maybe I can. Maybe my opponent will be great. Who knows? Maybe not. Still, if he attacked with Electro Bullet my Reshiram on the bench, I can increase the damage with the Outrage. So that's the game plan. Meanwhile, I have Kiabi in my hand, but it's a dead card because if I use it, unfortunately, I basically need to end my turn. Is it worth to do it? It all depends how you look at it. You know, it all depends. If the top deck would be some sort of, let's say, yeah, so he had Bolt me for 110 immediately. It just happened like that. And then he can just Headbolt Swift Run. Fire Energy is a top deck. So I think I should actually just play Kiabi and attach energy and go with Kiabi. Yeah, definitely. The reason why I attached energy onto my Volcanion, simply because I can maybe next turn use Flare Starter, I can maybe use my High Heat Blast, or I can just pay the retreat cost. Right now my opponent needs to use that Swift Run GX, otherwise this Jolteon will be knocked out next turn. So for him, the best thing would be, alright, so he have Electro Power, so let's see if he can use that Swift Run GX. If so, I'm gonna probably just Guzma his Zeraora on the bench anyways. And that's gonna be the play for me. So right now he's down to 5, right? He's down to 5 price cards. And there's a Tapu Lele, so this might be a Guzma play as well from the other side of the field. That would be much, much better if it can happen. Okay, so just a Cynthia. Headbolt. Interesting. He decided to Headbolt instead of the Swift Run GX. It surprised me a little bit, not too much. It all depends how you look. Yeah, right now I just top deck Mismagius. Is it worth to use it? I think it's not. But since I have Tapu Lele in my hand, I'm gonna definitely grab myself Lutenser strategy. And then with Lutenser strategy, I'm gonna go for the Cynthia play. And I'm gonna keep that Mismagius for the following turn. There's a Rescue Stretcher, so definitely worth to put my Growlithe on the bench. Since I have Fire Flint available in my hand, and my opponent has plenty of cards available, and I also have Welder, I would really love to attach some energies to my Growlithe as well. Let's just let loose. His hand is just way too big. Okay, Fire Flint, Fire Crystal. I'm gonna use my Fire Crystal. I can still play one supporter card. I thought I actually played 3 supporter cards, but I didn't. Or wait a second. Okay, so right now I just played Marshall. Yeah, okay. So I didn't have opportunity to play Lily and Welder before I let loose. But never mind. It looks much better in this way. Okay, so there's a Reshiram on the other side of the field. Interesting. And what I can do right now... Right now, I can actually knock my Mismagius out, but before I do that, I'm gonna grab myself 3 fire energies, so I can have 6 cards in my hand. Then I can activate my mysterious message. There we go. I can knock my Mismagius out and let my opponent to draw a prize card. Then I can use Litancer's strategy. Then I can play my Welder and add some resources to my Reshiram in the active position. Okie dokie. I have 6 energies and I have Guzma for his Reshiram. And then I can pay the retreat cost and simply swing with my GX attack and grab myself 3 prize cards. So I'm going down to only 1. Lily, Fire Energy, and another Welder. Alright, so that Mismagius play was actually pretty cool. And right now it's just, I think, too late for my opponent to recover from this position, because I have Charizard next turn available for the Flare Strike and for 260, and it's quite obvious that he decided to pass the turn, and that's the GG. Alright, so starting first, that's what I like to see. Hopefully without Tapulela or Marshadow in the opening hand, but yeah, it just happened. What can I expect? I have Nazball, I have 2 Cynthias, and 2 Fire Energies plus Choice Band, so it all depends. Alright, since the Welder was a top deck, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna grab myself. Actually, why not? We can go for that Growlite and see if we can actually hit the jackpot there with him. So Welder turn 1 for my Growlite, and then I can also Ultra Ball as well. And something tells me that I should definitely go by the let loose play here. My Ditto is priced, and that's looking really bad, and also sad for me because I really need that Ditto. Alright, Reshiram, not where to put him in play for now. Actually, let's go with him. And I'm just gonna pass for now. So the top deck needs to be a... Actually, it doesn't matter which card will be the top deck, to be honest. There is a wishful button for the Oranguru. Oh, so I was hoping for the Guzma to be top deck, and actually it is. But only 1 energy in my discard pile. I'm not quite sure if it's worth to attack, so why not just to go with a Cynthia play for now. Yeah, the moment when you see that you don't have nothing available. Still, I'm gonna Fire Flint for plenty of fire energies. In this situation, I can pay my retreat cost, or I can add energy. I'm gonna add energy to Charizard and just pass my turn for now. Theoretically, I could go for that Guzma play with my Arcanine. I'm hitting for a decent amount of damage and attaching 1 energy to my Charizard, but then I would depend on the top deck, and I just don't like to depend on the top deck. So Waiting to see what's gonna happen with the Pokemon Fan Club. Probably he's gonna grab himself a maybe Zapdos. And maybe Pikazakram. Oh, 2 Pikazakrams. Alright, I also need to be very, very, very clever, because he can from nowhere put Tapu Koko GX in play. One-hit knock at my Reshiram with 3, 4, 5 energies. It depends on how many energies I will have in play. And basically win the game into his favor. Alright, let's answer strategy. That's a good way to go. Well, let's see. Welder for my Reshiram, Volcanion, and the Nazball. I can retreat, but then I can only hit my opponent with my Outrage. And somehow I don't think this is gonna be actually a good play to go. So let's just pass the turn for now and wait for the following turn. I'm ready to go with my Guzma. And I'm ready to go for 230 versus this Zero, or unfortunately I'm not going to be able to one-hit knock out that Pikachu and Zekrom. But my opponent probably will. And there's a Guzma, so yeah, we will see some damage done to Reshiram. Probably this is going to be a full blitz. So he got me there. He definitely got me there. Alright. So full blitz 150. I need 3 extra energy, so I need Welder top deck. So I actually have Welder top deck in my hand with the Tapu Lele, so I can take first 3 prize card in the game, which is very important. Then my opponent will probably try to grab his 3 prize cards. But I am in a much better position right now. He'll probably decide to attach energies to Pikazakram GX. He needs to go with energies onto the Pikazakram GX on the bench, otherwise the game is over if he goes all in. So he was smart enough not to go all in. Alright, like to see that. And unfortunately for me, I'm putting another Tapu Lele GX in play. Which literally means that my opponent can win the game just simply by... yeah, he can actually hit me with the full blitz and then end the game by just knocking both Tapu Leles out. Wow, that's amazing. Alright, will there be something to use? Unfortunately, nope. Double plays, 300. I didn't have Choice Band, so it was prized, but at least I managed to grab a Arcanine who can go for 220. Still not enough for the one-hit knockout versus Pikazakram, but at least things looking good. There is a Volkner. Maybe for energy switch. Maybe he just strikes me right now with that Tag Ball GX, and then he can simply win the game next turn. Or maybe not, if I can grab 2 Welders, but I can't because I already played 3 of them, and power up my Tapu Lele and simply swing for the one-hit knockout. Oof, that would be amazing. Imagine my opponent with 5 energies, and if I can play 2 Welders, I can add 4 energies to my Tapu Lele. That would be 9 energies, and Choice Band 10. Still 210 damage. Not even close for the one-hit knockout. Alright. I needed that Choice Band, but never mind. I mean, still I wouldn't be able to power up that Double Blaze anyways. Just a nightmare to power it up. And another full blitz. Okay, so I barely survived this turn somehow. And it depends, will he have, yeah, all in, as expected. 6 energies, 120. 6 energies and 120. Alright, so I guess I can put another Reshiram in play. But definitely doesn't matter. I can put my choice bin here. I can attach energy, and I have 3 energies in my discard pile, meaning that I can use my Grand Flame, hit for 150. And yeah, that's it. I didn't even realize that he can just tank bolt me for 200 and then simply snipe for 170 top level on the bench. Yep. Still, I think the traditional deck list is better. I mean, I would probably be much faster and stronger if I had my Ditto, so I can use advantage of my Mismagius, Mysterious Message. The point is, you can simply knock out your Mismagius, and then you can have ability to use your Latent Surge strategy and go for, you know, double welder play if it's necessary. Okay, as a fair play player, I'm gonna let my opponent to end his turn. It's obvious that he win the game. I don't have Mew on the bench, so I can't protect my bench for the Tag Bolt GX. If I had my Mew on the bench, I would definitely protect my bench and win the game. Ultra Ball, I'm not sure what he's trying to do. Did he even realize that he have enough resources? Did he even realize that he have that Tag Bolt available for the win against my Tapu Lele? Maybe he just decided to go for another full blitz here. I'm not sure. I have no clue about it. What's gonna happen next? There's a Guzma play. Wow, why in the world would you go with a Guzma? Maybe he just plays Guzma on my Reshiram and hit me with his, yeah. I'm not quite sure how many of Electro Powers that he played, but right now if he don't have 3 Electro Powers available, he just lost the game. And there is another one, so maybe he just wants to knock that Reshiram. And there is another Electro Charger. I think he actually played one before, and right now he have Electro Power back, or did he play 2 of them? I don't remember, to be honest. I think he played 3 of them in total. Nope, he didn't. Oh my gosh, so at the end I even won the game. Unexpected. I didn't expect to win the game, to be honest. I didn't expect it. So he had a victory in his hand. Alright, so I didn't deserve to win this game. I'm just gonna pass my turn back to my opponent and make his day so he can simply win the game, because it's obvious that he didn't see the play with that Tag Bolt GX. I mean, I can simply knock him out with my Outrage, but let's just be honest. Probably he didn't realize that he have enough resources, you know, for that triple price card. Because he's hitting for 170 on the bench, and that's more than enough. I mean, or Arcanine is actually like 140, yeah, so he had enough for the knockout. I'm not quite sure what happened, but yeah, it's a GG.